What's going on, everyone? Today we are covering league play at Action Palace in Huber Heights. It is a VNEA BCA double A league in Huber Heights, Ohio. So here I am. I did my break. Looks like I broke dry, and my opponent has taken a few shots at the table now. He's looking pretty good. He's making a few good shots. Looks like he's called the one ball in the corner. He made it, but he also scratched. So here's my first opportunity with ball in hand. Looks like I'm debating on my path here. I'm going to play the 11 and come out. Looks like for the 15. Play the 12, come back around, and then hopefully line these balls up to make a pretty easy stop, and a ball to win the win match. Let's see what happens. And that was it for that one. All right, so moving on to the next match. The way this league works is you're going to rotate through your opponents, and you're going to alternate break, basically. So Chase is going to break this one. And let's take a look at his break, because I also do the cut break for 8-ball. And I get a lot of mixed results with mine. It spreads the balls really nice, and I either make a bunch or it's a dry break. So let's see what he does. Looks like he made 1, 2, 3 balls on the break. So a really nice break for him. As far as the layout goes, it looks like stripes are probably his best choice. Let's see what he ends up doing. He's going to take a quick look at the table. He's one of those players that likes to take his time. He's a really great shot. He's from here in Dayton. It's local with our league. Looks like he is taking stripes. Good shot there. Got a little close to that cluster of stripes there. I don't know if he meant to break those out. But it looks like he still has a decent shot here on the side on his next stripe. So let's see what he does. It's called the side. And it's not going to have the gas. So here's my first opportunity here at the table. Obviously solids. It's like I played that solid into the 7 into the corner. It was a lot of follow. That 6 ball, his ball was partially blocking the side, so it allowed me to play with a little bit more pace. 1 ball, pretty good shot on the 1. I was a little unfortunate to get so close to the 8. I can't see the orange 5. And the 3 ball is pretty much my only option. It's a little thin if I were to play a slow roll into the 3. Coming out for the 5 for the side would be a little tough. So I elected to play with inside spin to bring this cue ball back to the center of the table. And I just overcompensated for the spin. So missed the shot, and I would have had a horrible position on the 5. So Chase has another opportunity here. And let's see what he can do with the rest of his layout. They look pretty good. I think if he were to get on the 14 there by the 8 and make it, he would have a decent opportunity to be able to pot the 11 in the opposite corner. All right, so he made the 14 and drew back for the ball at the bottom of the rail. It looks like he's a little shallow with his angle. He's going to have to cheat that pocket quite a bit with top right to get that ball to spin around the table to make position for the 11. And he was really unfortunate to hit that corner of the side pocket. Really great shot. He had to cheat that pocket a whole lot, and for him to hit the corner of that side pocket was just really unlucky for him. So obviously the 3 ball is blocking his position to be able to hit the 11. He's going to have to kick at it. Let's see what that looks like. Nice contact, and he almost gets lucky by blocking me behind the 8, but I can see all the 3. Bring the cue ball out. My plan was to just roll into the center of the table and shoot the 8 ball on the side, but it didn't work out. I ended up making a tough shot on the 8. and we're moving on to the next match. All right, so this match, it's my break again. It's going to be my last break of the night. I'm playing Ron, he's currently won all two of his games before, and I've won 2 of the games before myself. So we're trying to break each other's streak here. So let's take a look at the break. It's a dry break, and unfortunately, most of the balls floated over to the left side of the table. So we're both going to have a little bit of work to do. I'm going to try and speed through this video a little bit just so it saves some of the time as we navigate some of these problems. Just called the stripes, missed stripe into the side. I can remember now my game plan here. The 5 does go past the 11, and I thought I would have had a great opportunity to bust some balls out here. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. I hit the 11 and missed the 5 going in the pocket. So I kind of just opened it up a little bit, unfortunately. Ron's going to be able to run a few balls here. And let's see what that looks like. Nice shot, a little thin on that one. Looks like he's got 2 balls hanging over the side pockets. I can't tell if that stripe by the 1 passes into the corner. But looks like he elected to go down to the 11 and come back out for some of the stripes that do go into the side. All his stripes are available. The 11, 9, 14, 15, and 12. Or I'm sorry, that might be the 10 down at the bottom rail. They all have homes. He did come up a little bit in the middle of the table. I think he wanted to come out further. But he was able to make that one. He came a little too far. I think his plan was to either play at 12 in the side or go further down for the 10. So it's a little bit of a tough cut here on the 10. And he played it too wide. So I'm going to have another opportunity, and nothing's open. That 1 doesn't pass into the corner. I end up calling the 1 in the corner off the 2. My backup plan was to play top and drive that cue ball into my pack, which is what I did. Pretty good shot, I feel like. I didn't want to run it too far and give him an opportunity to pot the 10 down in the corner, so it worked out, forcing him to jump here. If he can just make it over that 3, it's a pretty good shot, but got unlucky and hit the corner of that side pocket. So the 2 does not pass the 1 into the corner, and I can't see enough of the 1 to make it from here, so I'm going to have to play the 3 into the side. And here I'm debating on whether bringing the cue ball up and around or coming back out for something in the side. Oh, looks like I elected to go for the 2 ball on the side. Yeah, I was curious on whether I should play that harder. I didn't want to miss the shot. Ended up getting a little awkward on the 5. Made the 5 all the way down. It was a pretty nice shot. Here I was debating on cutting the 7 or playing safe. That 7 was a really thin cut by the 1. So I ended up electing playing safe here. I was trying to get the cue ball behind the 1. Hit it a little thin, or thick rather. And he can see both his 12 and his 10 down the rail. So really nice shot from Ron. He's got a little bit of a thin cut on the 10 to come back out for the 15. Shouldn't be a problem. And he miscued. So ball in hand, 3 balls left. It was kind of funny, the position of these balls. I was thinking about doing 7 to the 1 to the 6. It's what I ended up doing. I was afraid because of where the 8 ball was, I wouldn't get a good position from the 6 to the 7 to do the 1 last and then followed by the 8. So I elected to go from the 7 to the 1 to the 6. I really enjoy playing the the one ball shot to the 6, 2 rails around, and I just came up short. So it left me with a tough cut, and I missed the cut. I usually feel pretty good about those, but I overcut it. I was hoping to keep the cue ball somewhere in the middle of the table where it ended up, and that just affected my shot, and I missed it. So I'm going to have to work on those big cuts with a little bit of like a stun shot to keep that cue ball coming back and forth in a straight line. So Ron overshot that just a smidge. It's a really easy, or not easy, but a makeable ball. He's probably worried about scratching in the side pocket closest to him, and he does hang it. So now I'm left with either a 3-rail bank, possibly a 1-rail bank up to the opposite corner side. I believe I like to play safe here in just a few seconds. I didn't want to give him any opportunity if I missed. If you miss a bank with his 8-ball hanging, game over. So I wanted to at least give myself a chance and make him earn it. So I played the safe. Safe worked out. He is snookered, but he does have a pretty easy 1-rail kick. So let's see how that worked out for him. Looks like he played it really light, and he scratched. So I have ball in hand, but there's not enough room between the 8 and the 6 to make it down the rail without me double hitting the cue ball. So I elect to bank, make the bank, and I scratch. So that was the end of that round. Ron moved on. He ended up getting a perfect game that night, and we're going to move on to our next match. All right, so here is the final match of the night. Playing Terry, his break, and hopefully we can snap this last one off and get as many points for our team as we can. So let's see what Terry's break looks like. All right, it's going to be dry. So looking at the layout now, there's a bit of a cluster right in the center of the table. Straight ball hanging there on the side. I'm trying to figure out which is the best two, whether to take the stripes or the solids. Looks like solids have a little bit more problems, so I'm going to try and make that 9 and break a few out. Don't really have that great of a shot. I have the side, but it doesn't provide much for another shot. So I'm looking to play this 15 all the way down. All right. So end up making that shot. It was a pretty decent shot. Play the next ball, moved out the 1, so that allowed the 10 ball to go there next to the 14. So my game plan here is to shoot this stripe in the side, bring it out a little bit to be able to shoot the 10 and bust that 14 out and get out from here. Let's see what happens. So I didn't dig in. I think I miscued on that one. I wanted to come a little bit farther out. So I am able to see all this 14. I didn't cut it enough. I undercut that one. And now Terry's going to get another opportunity at the table. So let's see what that looks like. Nice shot on the 6. Yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble right now. He's got 2 problems on the table. He's going to let me know he's playing safe here. Going to try and tuck it behind the 2 and the 7, leaving me with a kick. Now, my game plan here was to try and hit the bottom side of the 10 and leave the cue ball closer to the bottom rail. So hit it a little bit thick on the 10 and put the cue ball closer to the cluster in the middle of the table. I'm happy with it. It did leave him a shot that 3 passes the 8 into the corner. All right, so Makes the 3. Cue ball couldn't come out. It made contact with the 14 there. So it looks like he's going to have to shoot either 5 ball on the side or the 1 ball all the way down. So looking like he's going to prefer possibly the 5 in the side. All right, so pretty tough shot. Ends up missing it. He's a little frustrated with that. So I'm going to play. I called the combo. Played it nice and easy. I didn't want to move those balls too much. And I take a little bit of time thinking here. That 10 ball is cuttable. There is a small window. And I take a look to see if I can make the 14 and nudge that 8 ball away and put that cue ball right where the 8 ball is, because I can make the 10 from where that 8 ball is. See, I'm lining it up here. So that works out pretty good. Pretty much right where I wanted it. The only problem is that 8 ball is now in a little bit of a tough spot. So make the 10. The 1 ball slows my movement. I call a bank and end up making it. So I won the match on that one. All right, guys. So overall, that night I ended up winning 3 out of my 4 matches. The match I did lose, I got 7 out of 10 points for the match. So a total of 37 points out of 40. Not bad. My Fargo went from a 509 to a 513. So we're making progress, guys, on our road to 600. I really appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, comment. Let me know what you thought I could have done different. I'll be posting videos weekly. I really hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot.